Hey guys, so I had a dream on June 5th that I feel like I should share. I wrote it on Facebook on that day, but I didn't share it on here, and I kept feeling like I need to put it on YouTube. So here I am. So you can see I'm not making this up. June 5th, I had a dream that I think might be prophetic. Okay, so I'm just gonna read it to you. And this is about like racism. Okay, which is a sign of the end, because Jesus said nation will rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. The word nation comes from ethnos, which means ethnicity. So, when you translate it that way, it makes more sense, because it doesn't really make sense to think like country rises against country and kingdom against kingdom, because like countries and kingdoms are kind of the same, so saying like ethnicity rises against ethnicity and kingdom against kingdom, that makes sense. And we're seeing it happening now a lot. So anyway, so I said I had a dream that I think might be prophetic, since it's an end times prophecy in the Bible. I was in a convenience store and saw a guy with a gun who was about to rob the place, so I tried to get out before it happened, but I was too late. He started shooting people, but instead of a robbery, it was just random violence. Violence started breaking out everywhere. Black people against white people. They were killing in the streets and going into people's houses. Next thing I remember is being in bed with my husband, hoping they wouldn't come into our house. We heard a man enter, so I hid in a closet, and my husband stayed in bed. The man came in, shot Kyle, then shot himself in the head. I was left alone and terrified, so I went to the house next door and asked if I could stay there. It was my mom's neighbors in North Carolina, except they were different people. In real life, they're a black family, but in the dream, they were a white family. Don't know why it was like that. They had no idea about the violence going on, which is why they let me stay. The lady said I could sleep in the guest room as long as I slept on the man's side of the bed closest to the door. Very strange. I don't know why she said that. There was a moment in which I saw Kyle and spoke to him, saying that it comforts me to know he's still around, just in a different way. I don't know if it was his spirit or if I had thought I had woken up. I guess at some point, the family heard about the violence going on and started bringing stuff inside the house. Something about their landlord. So, okay, in real life, that family is a black family that owns the house. And in my dream, it was a white family that was renting. So maybe they're going to end up, moving and putting their house up for rent. I don't know. Yeah, so what I was saying was something about their landlord. I don't remember. I saw the news footage, which was absolutely terrifying. Yeah. The streets were covered in violence and every car was wrecked. I saw an SUV and school bus collide and get crushed. You couldn't even see the streets. There were so many cars piled up and people killing each other. This is significant because Jesus said in the end, nation would rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. The word nation is translated from ethnos, which means ethnicity, and kingdom is obviously about countries. I woke up disturbed but not terrified. Usually don't have dreams like this, so I thought I'd share. So anyway, I just felt like I needed to go ahead and make the video, share it, and so I could be obedient, because when God gives us dreams, we're supposed to share them. That's the whole point. I'm not saying this is definitely from God. I'm just saying I had this dream, and I feel like it needs to be shared. And also, let's see if I can find the comments. My friend commented, and she has a lot of prophetic dreams. Yeah, so my friend commented, she said, I had a dream back on March 31st of young black girls in vehicles running people over in the streets, especially noted elderly people, but there were all kinds of people. They were running them over and then backing up and running them over again. They had no remorse for their actions. I also had a dream last night that I am praying about sharing, but your post feels like confirmation. So we had a similar dream the same night. So she made a video about her dream the same day that I posted my dream on Facebook, and she wrote, I had a dream last night, 6/5/22. I made this video this morning when I woke up. I prayed for confirmation because I don't want to share false information, and I always want to make sure that I'm hearing from the Lord rather than my imagination, but I usually know the difference. Then my friend Bonnie Van Cedar shared a dream she had last night that I feel like goes along with this. So there is... Whoops.
And
that's what I just read to you. Okay? Here's my friend. I'm going to show you her video right now.
Dream or like vision in my dream. And it was like I just saw like a meme like you would see on Facebook, or like a poster, you know. And I think it was like a preacher type person, and the headline was like white nationalist. And so I think what's gonna happen is pretty soon, like if you're just a Christian, like in general, like you're gonna be labeled like a terrorist or a white nationalist, just for being a Christian. So, yeah, like we can already see that that's here already, but it makes me wonder if like something's gonna happen, to make that even worse, or if this is just for like a later time. And I think like you won't even be allowed to have Christian beliefs. Like you're like maybe that won't even be allowed. Like I think it's gonna get really bad.
Yeah, so they're turning people against each other. It's pretty obvious. And the people in my dream from June, I guess 5th, it was like what she was saying in her comment about how they had no remorse. I mean, it was like people were so far gone, you know, they were so brainwashed and so turned against us that there was nothing that we could do or say to get through to them. Like, it was pointless. And I think that's why my husband in the dream just sat in the bed and just sacrificed himself for me, because there was no saving us. That's just how vicious everybody was. So anyway, that's my dream, and I thank you for watching, and let me know what you think in the comments. Alright, God bless.